What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with AltCoin Buzz. So, another topsy-turvy moment where we're looking at a market dip, market flash crash, whatever you like to refer to it as. Uh, it causes a lot of anxiety for people, especially people who bought at all-time highs. For me, my outlook, I I try to check why I'm not too panicked and why I'm not too worried about it. I'm like, man, should I be really worried about this? And I don't really feel like I'm worried about it because I've been doing cryptocurrency for a while now, like 4 years now. So I'm used to this stuff. And I never put any more money in there than I can afford to lose too. So if I was putting in if I was taking out a bet against my house, my life savings or something and putting it all into the market, then I could see how something like this could be a moment of contention. I'm not saying that because, oh, look at you who did that and look at me who didn't. I'm saying that I could see how that might be a little bit more pressure than someone who's just putting in money that they can afford to lose, whether that be X, Y, or Z amount, right? So remember, guys, YouTube, it is not professional financial advice. That means me, anyone on this channel, anyone on YouTube, period. They're all just people conversating with crypto because that's what you guys are looking for, the conversation. So far as I know, there's not really many people even that are considered professionals in cryptocurrency due to the fact that it's brand new. It's not even a regulated market. Like, I think they're talking about regulating it and making some of these cryptocurrency securities, but so far as I know, none of these cryptocurrencies are securities anyway. So it's really just invest at your own risk, and that's why you see so many people telling you invest at your own risk. But many of you guys who got into it already accepted that and were told about that. Now, before we get too much further along with all that drama, because that's what that is, that's drama, right? I don't want to bring the drama, but I know there's anxiety out there. To the 2% of you guys out there, because I'm saying 98% of you guys have the right mentality, but 2% of you guys out there got into cryptocurrency for Lambos. I mean, to the 2% of you guys out there who got into cryptocurrency for Lambos, see if you can get into it for the investment strategy instead of the Lambo. Because, trust me, as someone who's had the opportunity to look at buying a Lambo or, look into that through business success in the past, it's just a material goods item. It's boring. It gets old too. It's just like material items are not really what it's about. Okay, life is about experience, and I don't need to harp on that because I'm not trying to be a life coach here on this cryptocurrency channel. But life is about experience, not about material goods. So try to get away from the material gains here and focus more on the investment that's going to add experience and build a future for yourself, whether it be building a home, which is a material good, but that's building a future for yourself, in my opinion. Whereas a Lambo is just completely glitz and glamour. And yeah, so because there's only 2% of you guys out there that got into this for Lambos, let's go ahead and talk real talk. So out here we posted on our Twitter, which is where a lot of you guys are hanging out. We posted this 37 minutes ago. For whatever reason, autocorrect turned to topsy into today. I meant to say with a topsy-turvy market. So no grammar maniacs out there today, but that's what I meant to say. Why the crypto market pullback? Here we go. So I have diagnosed this market with bipolar disorder, has the telltale signs of having extreme highs. I'm prescribing lithium to treat this condition. I had to like that because that was just funny. Credit card bills came in from the holidays. Okay, that's cool. I'll have to agree to that from Tony Taylor. Just another small dip, part of the January drop before the seasonal rise starts. This guy's got something going on here, guys. This Sean Rothfuss, good job, man. I've seen this guy comment a couple times. He's got a stable mind. He's got a focused approach. He's not full of anxiety. He's not anxiety ridden. He takes a sound approach to the market. He usually makes smart comments. So shout out to this guy. But yeah, I mean, we can anticipate a period of stagnation or slowdown here because the market needs that to be healthy. It's like I said in that my last video that I made about 2 videos ago, the one with the yellow thumbnail. If you haven't already watched that, you should. But it was just an announcement to AltCoin Buzz community. But like I mentioned in that video, we're going to hit this period of stagnation here and this calming period where things are going to kind of peel back a little bit more than they pull up before they can really move forward again. And so just get in the mindset that, you know, you're going to be holding, be looking at, take the time to, like, it's like when you're going to the Super Bowl, right? After the Super Bowl's over, everyone goes home and everyone they don't play football. There's no big stadium crowds. Take this opportunity to kind of get back in there and study the tech, refamiliarize yourself with blockchain, and look for the solid projects and learn how to identify solid projects. Instead of spending so much time watching the price go up and down, which can be just difficult. Obviously, it's more fun when the market's going up. When it's going back, everyone's like, and I mean, I've already said this. When the market goes up, people love me. When the market goes down, they're like, hey, man, what the heck, man? I mean, but and then there's the majority of you who are like, hey, man, just keep making the videos. We appreciate it. And those are the people that I also want to give a shout out to, the people who are showing gratitude to the fact that we're making video content so you guys can talk crypto and have the content there to listen to stay in the know through the community. And that's kind of the medium that we're trying to fill here. Yeah, we like to talk altcoins, and I talk about the altcoins I hold because I don't think it's fair to talk about altcoins that I don't hold myself. If I don't put my money where my mouth is, then what am I really doing? So yes, when I talk about a bunch of different altcoins, I do hold over 50 to 100 different altcoins. I haven't counted them all up, but I hold a lot of altcoins. So I put my money where my mouth is, and yeah, that's my money that I put into it. From my paycheck, my day job. I have a day job. I don't day trade, okay? I don't day trade for a job. Okay, so people taking profits from 1,000 times gains in 2017. Wall Street futures contracts. There you go, the futures stuff. An overexuberance of the government shutdown paired with FOMO on another potential bull run, my brother. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be obviously this thing will move. I even got a tweet from Mike Novogratz. If you're not already following Mike Novogratz, I highly recommend you do. You know, I like Mike Novogratz. Everyone knows that. They're like, yo, your boy Mike Novogratz likes this project, that project. But let's see what Mike Novogratz is up to, by the way. Novogratz. If you're not already following this guy, you should. He's Galaxy Digital. He's from Fortress Investment Fund. I've talked about him several times, but proud to be an investor in Templum. Security tokens will be a big story in 2018. So we've talked about the security before. We've talked about Blue before. Blue's a great deal. So get to know what this Templum is. I've never even heard of Templum, but the fact that Mike Novogratz is talking about it, I had to like it. And like I said, I've actually there's not very many people I have notifications on for, but Mike Novogratz is one of them because this guy, he's a Wall Street guy, but he's a cryptocurrency guy, and he's been solid. He's provided solid information for me, and that's why I talk about him here. I get the feeling that I can trust him. Now, obviously, you know, that's just my feeling. So I've never met him in person, or I've never even talked to him on the phone or anything, but I like him because he's a pillar of strength, especially when he talks. He doesn't tweet as much as I'd like him to. But anyways, let's go back to this. Okay, the Patriots. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's a weird face that Tom's making right there. Is he talking to Giselle or is he talking to one of his receivers? He went from like, what are you looking at, to like, I don't know. That's like the ultimate funny look. I don't want to say creepy because that's overused, but dude. All right. Thanks, man. Zaddy Crypto. We just have overbought for the last several months. This is just normal behavior for any markets. Hello. This guy, Charlie Fucks. I hope I said that right. But he hit the nail on the head with the hammer, with the sledgehammer. This is the mature outlook, guys. take this time. It's like when Tom wins the Super Bowl, if he wins, what's he going to do? He's going to have to go back to the weight room, or what's Bill going to have all the troops do? They're going to go play. They're going to go splash around in the waves in Bahamas, in Aruba, go do blah, blah, blah with their wives and girlfriends and go make babies, do whatever they do. But they're going to get in there and they're going to learn more about football, read the playbook, this and that. That's what you guys should be doing right now when this anticipated peel back is happening. Okay? Instead of complaining and whining, step up your game. I'm going to be stepping up my game, and I'm going to say, okay, I call you guys the AltCoin Army. If you guys don't want to be called the AltCoin Army, let me know. But, what else do you want me called? You guys found out I was in the military, so you guys said you're the AltCoin Army because you called me blah, 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 General J or Jeff or whoever you guys want to call me, Blockchain J. I still like that one. Jeff from AltCoin Buzz. But, that's what I call you guys, the AltCoin Army. But if you feel like that's too, silly, we can stop with that. BTC weakness hit its resilience point and whales sold right when the news hit about the Indian exchanges. Yeah, that's been suggested. If we just go over here to look at McAfee, because McAfee, whether you like him or not, you can still learn from him. You can learn from the things that you like and you don't like. For those who ask which drop, over $100 billion lost in one morning. Yeah, let's take a look at that, okay? So McAfee's tweeting that. He's still got his finger on the pulse. He's still a pretty smart guy, even though he's kind of like a pirate. McAfee reminds me of a pirate. You ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean? He kind of reminds me of a character that could be in there. It's just all he needs is that hat and like not necessarily a hook arm or a peg leg, but McAfee reminds me of a character from Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know why. So maybe he's the good guy, maybe he's the villain, I don't know. But I so far have positive things to say about McAfee. I think he's just an old guy. He's been through a lot. He's weathered, man. You can learn a thing or two from McAfee, even if it's with him drinking a bourbon or a Jack. Because that's all I always said. I said, think of me as the guy you sit down next to at the bar and have a beer with, and we talk crypto, and then we take shots, whatever, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 10. I don't know. Sometimes I do get carried away with my shots, but I'm a friendly drunk. Like, I have fun. I don't try to get into arguments with people. So if you're one of those people that like to argue and stuff, I'll go back and forth with you and have fun like that. But if you're trying to get violent and stuff, I'm like, take that elsewhere. I'm here to have fun. I don't go out and drink to go get in violent situations. If I want to go do that, I'll go to the MMA gym and go try to call out Connor or someone else, right? McGregor. But anyway, so McAfee's one of those types of guys. He drinks, and he talks. So he talks a little crazy like drunk people do. I'm sure if he were to sober up a little bit, he might listen to some of the things he said and say, oh, shoot, did I really say that? Anyways, let's take a look here at this massive drop-off that he's talking about. This thing right here. We're peeled back off 633 billion even. I got to be honest with you. I've been looking for the good deals. I feel like I didn't capitalize enough on this dip here. This is me personally. Don't take this as professional financial advice, okay? But I felt as though personally I didn't take advantage of this as much as I should have last time to find the great deals. So if this thing does continue to pull back, I'm going to be looking to get into more. I realize that it could, I don't know where the bottom of this thing is at any given point, but as it continues to pull back, because I'm an investor and I'm looking for really good deals, I'm like the guy who buys houses when the market is in the tanks. And when the market is in the tanks, I'm buying houses anticipating that the American economy will pick back up and not just go down the drain. Now, you can't compare the cryptocurrency market and the American economy to each other, really, because America's been around for 300 and some odd years, right? Well, 1776, so that puts us at some range. How old is America? I don't even know. I can't even think about it right now. But 1776 is basically when America was founded. I know that. But the point is, it's not even 300 years old, is it? But cryptocurrency is only since 2008, 2009, right? So, yeah, I mean, just staying on topic here and not talking about how old America has got me distracted. Yeah, so this market doesn't have as much longevity, but it's still been around for, 7, 8, 9 years now, 8 to 9 years now. So it's been around for a while. I'm not trying to do math today because this coffee hasn't quite kicked in. But that's just what I'm saying is like, I think that the housing market going down, I'm going to take out a bet on the cryptocurrency market and say it's going to go back up, and I'm willing to wait it out. It's like when I buy a fixer-upper, I realize I got to renovate it, I got to clean it up, I got to pay the cleaning, I got to pay the carpenter, the drywall guy, the electrician, pay for new carpets. I got to make the investment. Even though I'm getting a great deal, I got to wait for it, right? I got to wait for it the market to rebound to finally get my return back. So that's kind of the approach I'm taking to this, except instead of buying an actual house, I'm investing in coins. Now, with that being said, I do have to stress the importance of taking out big positions on solid projects, because my biggest concern, and this is not FUD, this is straight up, and many people have said this, many of these tokens and many of these projects are weak. Like weak. Like how many of these coins here actually have solid, or tokens I should say, have actual working products that people are consuming and using every single day? I mean, that's why I'm so big on Steam. I still, to this second, right now, do not understand why when I talk about Steam, I get negative feedback in the comments telling me that I'm following Trayvon James. If Trayvon James is, look, Trayvon James, whatever you feel about him, I'm not going to say anything negative about Trayvon James. Just because some people followed him on BitConnect because he saw an opportunity and he invested in BitConnect and he was sharing that opportunity with you guys. It's not like Trayvon came up to you and said, give me your money. He was basically like, look, this is what's happening. People saw that he was making millions. He literally did. And they followed him. But Trayvon, that doesn't mean that Trayvon doesn't know anything just because he's talking about Steam and I agree with him about Steam, or we're in agreement about Steam being an awesome platform. Doesn't mean that Steam is bad just because Trayvon talked about it. Okay? I don't think I've ever talked about BitConnect on this channel. So I never talked about BitConnect. I stayed way away from BitConnect. He went into that. That was his thing. I wasn't chasing Lambos. And like 2% of you guys out there chasing Lambos. Okay? But Steam here, this has a working product. I mean, Binance has a working product. Like Omise Go, they don't have a working product yet that I know of. That I don't know of them unbanking any banks right now as we speak. Lisk, I don't know of any tokens being built on here, but that I'm invested in Lisk, but like when are they going to deploy that, right? You know, look at these projects that have working products that you can use day to day. And use their products and let us know what you think about those products yet, right? Like I've been waiting on Ethos to roll out their product. Now, they have a great vision for what they're going to roll out, so I'm excited about that. Even Syndicator. But I'm saying, like, if they're new, that's one thing if we're investing. But when we start looking at projects that are in this level right here, especially in the multi-billion-dollar range, like if they're under $1 billion, okay, that's understandable. But when they start to get over $1 billion valuation, they could be overvalued. Even IOTA has had that issue where their working product hasn't really been out there. And I'm big on IOTA because I like the fact that they're the Tangle Ledger and something new, and they're taking a different angle. But like when they roll out their product line, like you have to trust that their team is in the trenches busting their butts. That's basically what it is. Even EOS. So yeah, I'm invested in them, but I have to think about in the back of my head, especially when things go red, I'm like, where's their products, guys? Even Cardano, like where's the Cardano product? You know? And I get it, they're the input output, they're waiting for the peer-reviewed research to come through. Ripple has a working product. They do. They're out there cutting deals. Ethereum has a working product. Like Tron does not have a working product that I know about other than this P-Way app, which is like whatever. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm cool with that, and I'm heavily invested in Tron. But I mean, I got invested in Tron at 3 cents, and then I sold at 28 cents, and then I bought back in at 20 cents. So I'm kind of like, stop talking about it, guys, and get to work. Like if he's got all that time to talk, like I'd rather see him get in the trenches and work. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. But Steam has a working product that I can use, and it's tangible. It's there. It's been around, and it's developing more and more. It's getting more. Even InvestFeed, another one of those social media platforms. So anyways, guys, this is Jeff with AltCoin Buzz. Check us out on Twitter. Stay up to date. AltCoin Buzz IO. You can also check us out on Steemit. We're growing on Steemit. Let's see. We went from 50 followers to 144 followers, so we're growing, and this just deployed this month. It does take a while to get approved for a Steemit account, which is what we had. That's why we just got approved in January. I have a personal Steemit that I've had for 4 months, but the AltCoin Buzz channel thing, I guess we had to do it differently. So it functions different than most social media platforms you're used to. Like you don't do passwords, you do private keys for passwords and stuff. So it's just unique like that. But you get paid to comment. Even we're making like 59 cents, which, yeah, I mean, but I think you get paid to interact. So understand Steemit is cool. Check us out on Instagram. Let's see where this is at. Why the crypto market pullback. So we'll check there. Everyone's saying it's whales, but I'm struggling to understand how a whale can affect every single coin token at the same time. Right. Yeah, that's weird because that's why they're talking about trading bots. Let's take a look at this. First Bitcoin futures contract expired on 10,900. So Chicago. You can check out this article here from Investopedia if you want to know more about this, written on January 21st. Kind of puts Bitcoin futures contracts into perspective. And I think it's good that you get some background on that. Anyways, guys, this is Jeff with AltCoin Buzz. Subscribe to this channel if you're new here. Turn on the bell to get notified when we drop videos, and we'll see you next time.